buenos días. Hoy estoy aquí haciendo una entrevista con el profesor de historia, Mr. Robertson. Mi topic es los niños de Sur y Centroamérica que están cruzando la frontera solos. Mi primera pregunta es, ¿usted cree que es seguro que los niños cruzan la frontera solos? So my question is, do you think it's right, do you think it's safe for kids from South and Central America crossing the border alone?
It's probably not the safest thing in the world. I mean, obviously you'd want some kind of system in place in which students can, or young adults can move a little bit easier across the border. From what I hear on the news and what I read in newspapers, there's a lot of kind of loneliness to that path, and you're kind of left out to the wolves. And I don't ever think it's safe for a young adult to just go off and do something on their own. Not to say that they can't be responsible enough for it, but obviously you'd like a system or some kind of complex in place to help them out.
Mi segunda pregunta es, ¿qué crees que se debe hacer para ayudar a los niños? So my following question is, what do you think should be done to help out the kids from South and Central America?
In that case, I understand why young people would want to come over to the United States. Different situations within South America, poverty, drug cartels, militarism, those kind of things, are all factors that are very much working against them. I think instead of necessarily trying to make life better here in America or help them get to America, there's a lot of good nonprofit organizations who are trying to help those countries and create a better living style within those countries. So if we can raise the living style within other countries and third world countries, then hopefully that will help with the mass influx of people wanting to come to the United States.
Mi siguiente pregunta es, ¿cree que es justo que los niños de Centro y Suramérica tengan ayuda legal y los niños que cruzan una frontera como México son deportados? So my following question is, do you think it's fair that South America and Central America children, it's more that they'll get legal rights and get help in the United States, but if they cross one border like Mexico, children, it's more likely that if they get caught crossing, they'll be deported?
So I think there's one problem within that question is the idea of fair.
Mm-hmm.
Life isn't fair, and there's never going to be a perfect or fair system. What we really need to look at is this best for the kids? And that kind of goes back to my previous statement of making sure they have a better living style or a lifestyle within their own country. And not to say that I don't think it's okay for kids to come to the United States and get help and get that legal help. I think they should have that legal help. But we really want to evaluate whether or not it's an effective system, whether or not, instead of being a fair system.
Y por último, mi última pregunta es, ¿estás de acuerdo que los niños que se queden aquí y no tengan familia sean adoptados? So last, my question is, do you think it's right that if they're staying in the United States that they're going into the process of adoption if they don't have family in the United States?
Is it right? It's such a hard question to answer, and I guess there's nothing inherently wrong about it. People opening up their houses to other people. And there's a lot of young people who need a place to live, a very, a good foundation to live under. So I don't think it's inherently bad that they're going through the system, and I understand why some people see that as bad, that these are young people who need to go and live on their own or whatever it may be. So I think it's a good system. I don't think it's a system that everyone coming to the United States is going to go through. It's not going to work. It's not a be-all, end-all kind of plan.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.